Hello everyone and welcome to the third part of Syberia playthrough. So, quick recap, what happened in the last part? We visited Vorarlberg's factory, we met Oscar, we made him a pair of lovely feet, then we visited Vorarlberg's tomb, found the voice cylinder that helped us to take Anna and Hans figurines from the music box in the Anna's office. We brought everything we got on the train. Then we went to the notary, signed all the necessary documents, and then we traveled to the Bergstadt, where we are now. In the Bergstadt, we went around the train station, met a couple of people. Then we went to the university to talk to the rectors. And here we are. What I'm going to do now is walk around the university to see what we can find here, because at this moment we need to move the train, fix Eagle Automaton and fix Music Band Automaton, but I have no idea how to do this. So, let's see. I believe there's nothing here. We can go here. Let's see. Yes, it's the same. So, and here is library. As far as I remember. And there we'll find here a lot of books, I'm pretty sure. We can go down. We can go to the right and to the left. Oh my god. Let's start with the bottom level. There are people, but yes, we can talk with this person.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
Okay, fair enough. But not very nice person. So, oh, we can get this maybe book, but I'm not sure. Amazon, Memories of an Expedition, Alexander Valembois. I'm not sure. Oh, the font is so beautiful, but it's gonna be so hard to read. Okay, let's go. The red Amazon cuckoo, Cuculus rosso. This subspecies of the common Cuculus conorus is endemic in the Amazon forest and is one of the region's most brightly colored species. The male's plumage is a bright vermilion, while the female's is a little more russet and neutral. Habitat and food. The red cuckoo inhabits the more isolated and denser areas of the Amazon forest. It is valiant to the thick upper foliage of the rainforest to live its lonely existence. The explorer may nevertheless have the excellent view of the bird when the animal ventures to lower branches in search of forest Sauvignon grapes. The wild vines provide the bird with the majority of its food. The cuckoo is particularly partial to its juicy fruit. The red cuckoo may sometimes gorge itself to its fruit to the point of drunkenness, rendering it an easy prey for any jungle predator. Eat and be eaten. Such is the implacable law of nature. Reproduction. Like other species of cuckoo, the red Amazon cuckoo delegates the task of raising its young to other birds. This parasitic behavior enables the species to reproduce prolifically and with minimum effort. The female cuckoo scouts its territory on the lookout for nests under construction. She chooses the moment when its owners are absent to lay her eggs, generally in the afternoon. The host, meanwhile, will lay mainly in the morning. After laying an egg in her selected nest, the female will remove one of the host's eggs and destroy it or eat it later. Wow! The cuckoo's egg generally hatched before the eggs of its adopted brothers and sisters. The cuckoo chick will instinctively hatch the other eggs from the nest. The young cuckoo grows fast. Sometimes its foster parents will perch on the back of the hungry chick to feed it. Even if the cuckoo's egg is very different to the smaller host eggs, it nevertheless mimics the host egg in certain ways. Not perfectly, but just enough to be accepted by most species. The future. The red cuckoo's love for the grape could sadly prove fatal for the species in the medium term. European settlers who have tried to cultivate the grape on the Amazonian alluvial plains have decimated the Amazon red cuckoo population. Grape producers, to protect the harvest from what would they call inveterate looting, have declared all-out war on the bird. It is to be feared that the cuckoo will be on the losing side. The red cuckoo produces relatively well in capacity and is one of the jewels in the crown of the Bergstadt University Ontological Collections. However, scientists at the university have their own reservations about the species and its propensity to become practically invasive whenever conditions are favorable to it, to the detriment of other rarer species. Heads of the Bergstadt Aviary have therefore undertaken a policy of birth control to attempt to balance out nature's imperfections in this artificial environment. The Forest Sauvignon grapes. Well, I believe we'll have to find them. Today, it is very rare to find the Forest Sauvignon grape in the wild. The species has been decimated by a terrible equatorial phylloxera epidemic. However, in Europe, successful cultivation of the plant is the pride of the Bergstadt University Botany Collection and has largely contributed to the survival of the species around the world. How convenient! Okay, let's go back and we'll go all around the perimeter on the second level. Looks like there's nothing here. Another book. The Illustrated Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. The Friends of Bergstadt University Naturalist Society, preface by Professor Cornelius Pons. The Yangala Cola. The Yangala Cola is a mushroom without stem that has a cherry texture. Cherry? It is a member of Polypore family and grows exclusively on the trunks of certain trees of the Amazonian jungle. While it is edible when young, the Yangala Cola has a woody texture and insipid flavor and offers no great culinary appeal. Native Amazonian tribes, however, are very attached to the mushroom. Why they are so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to elucidate. Biologists have reached the conclusion that the Yangala Cola contains a special substance that is unique to the mushroom. The substance significantly affects vision and enhances its acuteness enormously. Amazonian Indian hunters discovered this effect and started using it centuries ago. The Yingala cola is dried and ground to a powder and consumed before the hunt commences. The effect is instantaneous, and the penetration of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. The hunter is then able to aim and hit targets concealed behind thick undergrowth, even over great distance. Interesting. Well, I think that's it. Yep. We can go now. Now let's see what's on the right side, and then later we'll go up. Oh, a person. And we can go there and there. Okay, let's talk to him first.
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but...
This young Mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
Yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
To tell you the truth, I don't know very much about mammoths, and I'm not here as a student. In fact, I'm a lawyer.
It's all right. Nobody's perfect. All the same, the study of the Pleistocene period is fascinating.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sorry to say my current mission is totally monopolizing my time. Another time, maybe.
Ah, that's what they all say. But anyway, let me present myself. I'm Cornelius Ponce, Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barrockstadt. I'm proud to say that I'm head of the Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you.
If I'm not mistaken, his name was on a book with mushrooms.
It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter. I myself did my studies here and never left.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the university.
Oh, I see. You must have made a mistake on your enrollment form.
Oh, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
I'm not altogether sure. But you see, my train broke down coming into Barrockstadt Station.
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a question for you. Do you know what the Proboscidean order is?
The Probo-whatian?
Ah, you see? There are gaps in your knowledge that need refreshing.
I feel I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen your moment. I absolutely must finish off my lecture for this afternoon.
It's a lecture about mammoths?
Oh, yes and no. More specifically, it is about their migration. Do excuse me, I need to concentrate.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes, he kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mouth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
No, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent the story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Arriving in Bergstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry, all this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
Yes. I think I can believe that. At least I'm beginning to. My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo, that's right. But, I'm so foolish, I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much. If I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Bergstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much. Professor, how do I say this? You see, I didn't think I'd need a lot of money when I set out. And it turns out I need money after all. It's a delicate matter, I know, but I was wondering if you could help me out.
My dear, it would be a pleasure. But you see, I barely have enough myself to cover my meager expenditure on what I'm paid by the university.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend or...
However, if we look at the example of Hans, it is true that our university always rewards people who perform some service for it. This is our dear rector's jurisdiction, however.
Okay, I think we're done here.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
No point. It's locked.
Okay. I believe there will be a lecture held by this professor there. Or maybe
No point.
here.
It's locked.
Okay, let's go to the second floor. Not there. Not there. Oh, maybe it's not even a second floor. Oh no, yes. That's correct. Oh, no, it's probably here. We're gonna have a lecture. No, wait, sorry. Okay, there's nothing here, I'm afraid. And it's probably locked.
No point. It's locked.
Yep. Okay, what can we do? We can go to the station master and talk to him about the Sauvignon grapes. Oh,
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Bergstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Morrison.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
What a lovely man.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Sauvignon.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place round here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Oh no.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
Yes, let's follow him and see where he goes. And we can't see, right? Oh no. Let's try and go to that side. Maybe he's there, hiding somewhere with Sauvignon grapes. Sir, are you there? Oh no, I thought he's here. Well, obviously he's not.
I can't go that way.
Okay. And no Sauvignon to be seen. Right? No. Let's go to the train maybe. I think we should show Professor the toy. If it makes sense, then we'll be able to get it. Oh, see. I was right. And where should we find the station master now? I don't know. Oh, and one more thing. Okay, I'll check quickly if a station master is on that side. Somewhere there. Well, no, there's no one here. Then let's go back. Oh, wait. He is.
Excuse me, station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
Yep.
No.
Nope.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Help?
I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
But you refuse it.
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me.
Oh,
And we
really?
don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Barokstadt University Aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you read, miss.
Oh, come
I don't
on.
know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Exactly.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Oh, come on. Bird?
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station.
Yes, I
can-
know.
Wasn't I see what you haven't.
Oh, what?
Why not?
Yes,
I-
yes, we've heard it. Money? Probably not. Train hands help mission?
I've just been to see the rectors, and they told me to get the train out of the station as quick as I can.
I thought they'd say that. Rules are rules, and you gotta stick by them. Not a good idea to get into trouble with the university administration.
Absolutely. I've got enough worries as it is. What should I do then?
Well, I suggest you move your train.
But it's like I say, the springs are unwound. Everyone seems to think it's my fault.
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some other way of moving the train.
It's a
I
possibility, I
know.
suppose. What were you thinking
But
of
you are not
exactly?
helping me with...
Nothing. It's just
Berries.
an idea. Anyway, miss, you shouldn't hang around here. I have a job to do. Yes, sirree.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome
Okay,
to
let's go to the
Barkstadt, miss.
professor. Welcome to Barkstadt, he says. And he's not helping at all. Let's go back to the professor and let's ask him about Sauvignon berries. Once again, maybe he'll tell us something. And let's show him the toy.
Do excuse me, Professor.
Should we ask
Professor,
rectors?
Sorry
Maybe.
to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barkstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master.
Oh.
If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you.
Exactly.
I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake. That's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors.
The rectors, I knew
After
it.
all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Okay, what about
Do
the
excuse
toy?
me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is
Yes,
it not?
it is.
Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
do you think so?
Okay,
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I
sure.
will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
Thank you. So he left. What can we find here? Something here. And this one is to go back.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Oh, that's it. I thought we have to give you our phone
I would
number.
have loved to study at a university like this.
No age is too old to start learning, my dear.
Maybe, but you know, the eternal student and all.
You prefer being an eternal lawyer?
I have more important things to deal with.
Oh, really?
Live problems, not things that died millions of years ago.
Everyone has their own priorities,
It's not very
my
nice.
child.
Okay, I guess we
I'll
gave
leave
him
you in
our
peace.
number
I
automatically.
hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
But let's
Sorry?
see.
No, not at all, my dear child.
Let's see what we have here. Ooh, mushroom. And okay, what is it? Yangala cola powder and test tube holders. Test tube holders, great.
I don't need that for the time being.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's go to Rectus and talk to them and ask them about Sauvignon berries. Because this station master is not telling us anything.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have
a
a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Sauvignon.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barockstadt.
What
You
are
see,
they
miss,
hiding?
The Amazon forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
Wine,
And it
I
would
knew
be
it.
good
They
wine
just produce
indeed, my
wine.
dear colleagues. Would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care. And finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, you know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So we can count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
But can I have
Here we are,
those
busy
berries,
chatting,
please? I
and look
need
at the
them.
clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And
You are
thank you,
welcome.
gentlemen.
Okay, let's go and talk to Station Master again. Everyone knows everything, they just do not tell me. That's annoying. I'm wasting my time. Station Master, where are you?
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
Of course.
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
You have been playing with me, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, no problemo. Right away, miss.
Thank you. It wasn't that hard, right?
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Thank you, miss.
Where can I find him then? Or maybe I don't need him anymore. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, wow. Oh, berries.
I don't need that for the time being.
Okay. What should I do now? Should I give them to the birdies? Or should I put them somewhere else so they just leave that place near the ladder? Okay, let's go to the birdies first and we'll see. They look like apples, to be honest. Here's your tasty, tasty berries. Look at them go. Okay, and we are going up. What should we find there? I'm not sure. But we'll see. And even further up. Look at him. So we have a nest here.
Impossible to reach it.
Oh, really? But I do have dupe holders. But I thought we have to fix him, no? No? Am I mistaken? I want to fix him. But I don't know how. I want to fix him. Okay. So all we got from this is an egg. I know exactly where to put it, but actually I was expecting to fix the eagle automaton. But unfortunately we didn't.
Yeah, miss.
Yes?
Please, excuse me.
I was wondering, should we talk
You
to
know,
him or
I
not?
want to apologize for our little misunderstanding.
Ooh.
I brought you a bottle of wine. Barakstadt Sauvignon. Very good year.
Nice.
Let me
Thank
know what
you.
think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Should we tell him
I'm
that the
sorry to
birds are
disturb
not
you.
there
What can I do for you,
anymore?
miss?
And he can go up and fix it?
All
Birds?
these birds in a station.
Mrs.
Nope.
Miller.
I see. You have.
Oh,
Why
Not
not?
this one.
or-
Let's try
I
help
feel like
and mission.
I've lost my way a little.
Hey, anything I...
Mission.
I've just been to see the rectors, and they told me to get the.
Yes, nothing new.
Uh,
Okay then.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
welcome to...
Let's go and fix the music band automaton then. Go there, please. Now put an egg to a scale. Boop. Perfect. And open the door. If it is a door. Yes, of course it is a door. Then let's get inside. And obviously let's get down there. Is that it? That's the only thing we should do? Yes, it is. Beautiful, we fixed it. Now we can get money from rectors and go and move our train. Well, at least give the money to those people on the barge. And we need to figure out something with the dam. I'm not sure what to do with that.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you
Not
know.
a problem.
They are kept to oneself.
I'd say you owe
and they
me
don't
money.
stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
Great.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
Something like starting.
We agreed to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
Thank you very much.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
As
Yes,
soon
because
as
now
possible.
You should relocate your train as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already?
It's
My
always a
word,
tea
doesn't
time.
Time fly by.
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
So let's go and give the money to the people who will help us to move our train.
There you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
Ah, thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman.
I'm not the only one around here.
We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you.
Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vad pensinos esto? Di kleine madam. No se sei mar alles non comprendo en allora caput en andere bordel.
Esto no comprendo.
On boom telefonieren.
Kaput.
Kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput.
Now that is annoying. What are you going to do next?
We wait repairman.
Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism.
Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
Oh, you have a key. That's convenient.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Don't forget the key. And let's go and open the dam. Open the log or whatever it is. I thought it's a dam. Oh, the lecture, right?
Hello?
Hey,
No.
how's my little baby girl? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie. And he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Ma. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
Okay. Last time I didn't try to use the phone
That looks
here.
broken.
And yeah, it looks broken. I see now. Okay. A key. Beautiful.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize. The instructions are
Very
written in a
nice.
language I don't recognize.
Okay, should we use the phone number? Let's try. 276. Oh no.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Okay. What should we do? Okay, we should choose here west, north, east or south. And here we should choose the level. I don't know. 2 and 1. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Okay, 1 1.
The inst
2 1. 3 1. 4 1. I thought that would be easier. So, station master, should we ask him what's here? In case of problems, contact the following number. Contact the number. Let's try and call it once again. 2766 6742.
Welcome to the East Block Control Center. To start, press the number sign.
Number sign.
If you are using the Haltenberg...
4.
If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command...
I don't know.
You want to raise the water level? To confirm your choice, press star.
That's it, right?
Your request has been logged.
Yes, all the same. Okay, maybe we should press the same buttons as we pressed when we calling them. What was that? Number sign. Bergstadt locks. Then to raise or the water level or maybe I don't know. Let's try 1 and let's try 2. Oh my god, it worked. Thank god. Okay, I did something and it opened. Great. Now we need to attach the train to the barge somehow. Or maybe they should get there first, so let's talk to them.
Hey there! On the boat!
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Gott verdammt. Das ist inge echte ladies. Alle trois, range alle dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, set content on route again.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up. We hurry to travel again.
Okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Okay, now what? Should we now raise it? But let's try. We did 4-2. Now let's try 4-1. Can we talk to them? Oh, they moved. Great. Now let's go to this side and talk to them again. We have a hook. Probably we somehow should use it.
Hey there! On the boat!
Da, barge on other side. You still need us?
Yes.
It must be really neat to travel by river.
Oh, slechte boot. Eine vergete das Grund. Für mich, locker ist fantastica. Eine kleine Rot mit Ustet, okay. You got it.
Excuse me?
My husband say he like...
Okay.
Sure.
Mission.
There. Your barge is over the locks now. It's up to you to keep your part of the bargain.
Yes, Frau. Attach loco.
My husband say, return to train, attach chain, then barge will pull.
Okay. I'll get moving.
Where's the chain?
What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle tak, loco coco mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Hop, catch it up.
Oh yeah, thank you. Impressive.
If that's going to work, it looks like
Something
something's
is missing. Okay, I know what is missing. We need a hook. Okay, almost there. And done. The most annoying part that it should be perfectly aligned with the winding up machine. Because if it's even 1 centimeter away, we won't be able to use this mechanism.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukols at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Okay, we can wind up our train later. Let's go and visit the lecture. Are we done here? Maybe we are. I thought we'd spend another couple of episodes on Bergstadt. But now we managed to do everything in one episode. We're so good. Well done, guys, well done. Okay, let's go.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson.
There's only 2 people here. That's so sad. Oh no, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here. Still sad.
My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yukol's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yukol people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukols learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukol shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value. mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian Ice Arc is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yukol's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukols were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukol's traditional lifestyle. And since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yukol population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukols have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukols have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Can we go to the right? Let's try.
No point. It's locked.
Somehow it's locked again. We saw people going there. Why is it locked?
Professor, it's me. I've come to pick up the mammoth doll.
The doll is waiting for you there, Miss Walker. Please take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'm beginning to get quite attached to it myself. Can I trouble you just a little longer?
With pleasure, Kate. I'm all ears.
Mission?
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You were right. The subject is absolutely fascinating.
I agree.
I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
What you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my dear. But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Vorarlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukols being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones.
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukols, or what is left of them today.
Okay, I think that's it.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Okay, let's get a toy and the lecture notes. Okay, the legend of the Ivory Arc. The last ice age ended when the planet warmed up. This sudden climatic change threatened the existence of many animal species, including mammoths inhabiting the far north Siberian wastes. It is said that the Yukos people decided to follow Noah's example and build the enormous ark to try to preserve the mammoth existence. They lived in symbiosis with the pachyderm, which was at the heart of their religious worship. The ship was constructed entirely from the mammoth tusks. A small herd of mammoths was installed on board with enormous quantities of fodder. Control of the ship was entrusted to a handful of particularly intrepid Yukol clans. Their mission was to take the animals to other lands with pasture more befitting to their survival. One day, 50 summers later, as legend would have it, the ark returned to its starting point. The Yukols were astonished to find nobody aboard apart from the carcasses of the several mammoths, perfectly preserved in the ice encasing the ship. The clansmen believe this was a mysterious sign from the gods, and they ate the mammoths in the memorable feast. 1 week later, the ark set sail once more, carried away by the current. Again, it returned half a century later with no soul on board except more well-preserved frozen mammoth carcasses. This mystery continued for millennia, each time the surprisingly well-preserved mammoths appearing out of nowhere. The Yukols interpreted the phenomenon as a benevolent offering from the dead companions, who were believed to have perished on the Ark's first voyage in some horrendous maritime cataclysm. It was believed that the soul had found eternal rest on a mystical island that the shaman named Syberia. They constructed a whole religion around this belief, with rites and customs punctuated by the periodic appearances of the phantom ship and its precious cargo. For centuries, nothing changed the Ark's mysterious cycle. Only the size of the mammoths changed, reducing imperceptibly over time. Until one day, 100 or so years ago, the Ark returned earlier than expected. It was empty. The Yukols were dumbfounded and utterly confused. The spirits of the ancestors had forsaken them. Everything they had believed in, that had been the bedrock of the culture since the very depth of the time, had now lost all the meaning. The most fanatical believers noted that the frequency of appearance had in fact increased, and maintained that there was still hope as long as the Ark continued its return journeys from the unknown. Some elder Yukols boasted having seen it several times. But then forth, each time the white ship returned, it only offered an empty shell to the despairing eyes of the surviving Yukols. The belief became superstition, and the reality became legend. Okay, I believe we are done here. We are done in Barakstadt, and now we can go. Okay, something is there. Oh, is it a voice cylinder? Nice. We should listen to it later. Now we can board our train and continue our trip. Goodbye, Barakstadt. Goodbye, everyone. Now finally, let's use this winding up machine on our beautiful train.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrackstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so
Seriously?
stupid, Dan, please. Oscar's an automaton created by Mr. Vorarlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
She's doing her
The hell
job.
with your
Can you
mission.
relax
I don't know why you
already?
accepted it in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem
Exactly.
to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you've calmed down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Oh, really?
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
Okay, mammoth goes here. And voice cylinder goes here.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
Okay, Oscar, are we ready? Can we go now?
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
So,
Oscar, if you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
Everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker.
thank you.
We are leaving.
Okay...
Is there something we should do? Really? There or there? Both ways. I thought we are done.
No point. It's
Why is it
locked.
here if it's locked? I'm curious. Can you run? Thank you. Okay, nothing here. Let's go up there. Who's that?
Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it. It's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top.
It happened
Got a
2
bit
minutes
heated
ago.
The last time we
What do you
called, that's
mean?
all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be Miss Melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down in the dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down in the dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead and his eyes mist up and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. Just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try. No point. It's locked.
Okay, let's get here. Oh! There's a human. Can we look here? It's a log.
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border Post, at your service, madam.
My name is Kate Walker. I've been assigned by my company to find a man who is supposed to be living in Syberia.
What a peculiar mission. Taking so many risks for such a futile goal.
Captain, to my mind, the military zeal with which you insist on guarding this meaningless wall strikes me as equally futile.
I should be offended by your words, miss, but I forgive you, because you are young and unaware of the very real dangers lurking in store for us.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed.
Who told me?
This responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
And why not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous? What exactly do you mean, Captain?
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army.
It's a log.
And he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant.
I promise you, it's a
I know
log.
he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
Is the person who takes care of the gate anywhere around?
There is no person who takes care of the gate. Believe you me, ma'am. I have been the one and only guardian of this gate since 1968. That year, I took over the position from the late Lieutenant Colonel Malatesta, my own father.
In that case, can you tell me how the mechanism works? It sure looks complicated to me.
Not at all. It is child's play for anyone who takes the time to work out its surprisingly straightforward logic. And from the looks of your locomotive, it shouldn't pose you any problems.
Why do you say that?
When I caught sight of your formidable locomotive, I immediately said, heavens, only Hans Vorarlberg could design such an engine. And I know what I'm talking about, ma'am, because he invented the gate's original mechanism. It was his last creation here in Barkstadt.
So you know Hans Vorarlberg?
No, I mean, not personally. I was only a baby when he stayed in Barkstadt. My father spoke often of him, and I knew about his inventions. He left very many things behind him.
I know.
In any case, I noticed that his fantastic knack for inventing has not deteriorated with age. How's he doing?
I don't know. In fact, I don't actually know him. I'm searching for him. An inheritance matter. I hope his train is going to lead me to him.
And why not? His inventions are always full of surprises.
Between the station aviary and this bleak wall, the change in atmosphere is radical, don't you think?
It's been a long time since I've been at liberty to judge, miss. My duties forbid me from abandoning my post.
Okay.
Don't mind me if I retire, Captain.
Please, madam. My respects.
How strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain.
Yep.
That poor captain must have really bad eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Broken glasses.
If they belong to the captain, then he sure has eye problems going by those lenses.
Okay, I'd say we have a wine for that.
I don't need to do that.
Okay.
Colonel, sir.
Captain, miss.
But you have the air of a great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I am afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
Well, perhaps
just a drop.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours,
Oh, no. I think I should have added mushroom powder there. Oh, no.
It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barrackstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Please, don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. The enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain.
No, it
Give it a
won't
try.
work out.
No need. A dead tree. That is preposterous. It is the enemy at our gates, miss. There is no doubt about it. But don't you worry. I am here at my post to watch over us.
It's not the enemy that worries me. It's your eyesight. I saw a pair of broken glasses in your office. Maybe that explains why you see a horseman where there is only a dead tree.
What are you insinuating, miss? My sight is perfect. I refuse to let you sully my reputation.
Please, Captain, don't be angry.
Miss, this discussion is now over.
Oh no. Okay, we should try it again. One more time. Wine. Mushroom powder. Yep.
Colonel,
This time
sir.
it should work.
Captain, miss.
But you have the air of a
Okay,
great
it's
officer.
all the same.
You
flatter me.
There's no justice.
No
It
justice.
would be my
Come on.
Yes, a little glass
wine,
of wine.
miss. You are putting.
Don't deny
La
yourself.
la la,
Well-
just a drop. Yep, everything is the same.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours, miss. It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barrackstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been
Okay,
miraculously
it's all the same
conserved
once
and
again.
cultivated in the station
But
garden.
did it work
Well,
this
well,
time?
well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Please, don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. The enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain. Give it a try.
So be it. I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous. Incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes, after all.
A tree. Nothing but a dead tree.
Pull yourself together, Captain. It's okay. And now I suppose there's nothing stopping you from issuing me a visa?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
Authorization to cross the border. This document authorizes the holder with belongings to pass through the border wall gate. Captain Malatesta, the gate commander. Warning. Beyond the ramparts, conditions for journey into the Eastern Territories are filled with uncertainty and reputed to be hazardous. As a consequence, the wall authorities cannot guarantee the physical safety of the traveler and decline all responsibility in the event of any incidents.
Thank you, Captain.
Fair enough.
And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
Of course.
You have my promise, Captain.
Okay, let's go outside. Okay, there's nothing here. Let's go back down and explore this side a little bit. Where's Oscar, by the way? Wait, there's something here.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar?
Should I buy
do you think
another
we could
ticket?
drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate
Yes,
Walker.
okay, I got that.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Okay.
See you later, Oscar.
Okay.
Yes, Kate Walker.
Let me go check the other side really quickly, and then we'll get back to Oscar. Oh, we've been here. Okay. We can go from here to the Bergstadt. Okay. Got it. Okay, Oscar, here's your visa.
Oscar.
Your request is...
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Exit visa, like this, yeah.
Here is the visa. I hope it's regulation, my dear Oscar.
It is regulation. Here is your ticket.
Thank you, Oscar. Departing from Bergstadt.
Have a good
Great.
journey, Kate Walker.
So, can we go now?
Indeed. We are already very late, Kate Walker.
Exactly. Very late.
Here you go, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. Now, please return to your seat, Kate Walker.
Yes, Oscar. Immediately, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Okay. It was such a long episode, so thank you so much for watching all the way through. But I just really wanted to leave Bergstadt today. So here we are in a new place. What place it is, we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you for being here with me today, and I see you in the next part. Bye bye!